Hi. One of the simple activities that we enjoy doing together as a family is just going on walks. So today on my list, I want to take a look at one of the places we love going to, San Francisco's Sunset District. It's the westernmost part of the city that is just kissed by the Pacific Ocean and constantly hugged by fog. It's the most populous neighborhood in San Francisco, and it's distinct for its residential buildings. I want to know why these homes were built the way they were. Rather narrow, stairs on the side, garages at the bottom, and the living spaces on the top floor. Why are they all the same, or are they all the same? Luckily for us, we've got a great reference in San Francisco City Planning Department's survey of the neighborhood. Their report came out in 2013 and it's available online. It's a big report, so I'm just going to include the link to it in the description box below. But here I'm going to do a Cliff Notes version and highlight key details so that the next time we take a stroll around the avenues, we can have a better understanding and just truly appreciate the story of how this neighborhood started and where it is now. This is the Every Saturday Project with me, Iris. Let's get started. So why were these homes built the way they were? Well, when I started working on this 4 weeks ago, and yes, it does take me a while to work on this as I can only put in a little bit of time on the weekends, I thought that my conclusion would be tied to one of Vitruvius's essentials of architecture. So Vitruvius was a Roman architect who wrote a multi-volume book on architecture. He was active around 40 BCE, and he said that there are three essentials to architecture, which the Romans have adapted. The first one is firmitas, structural stability. The second one is utilitas, which is creating a space that fulfills the needs, requirements of the users. And the third one is beauty. And this third one is really tricky because the standards of beauty have changed over time. Well, I thought it was this third one, Venusta's beauty, that my answer would be tied to. I thought that my conclusion as to why the builders made the homes as they did was that they wanted to create these different exteriors, these different architectural styles, so that the potential home buyers would have a choice. So they could have, they could pick whichever they thought was more beautiful to them. But as I thought about it more, I started realizing that the question of why were these homes built the way they were wasn't the question that for someone like me who is living in these times, in the here and now, would bring an answer that would resonate and have meaning. Well, I found rather that the question and answers of what influenced the builders to create the program for the homes, the neighborhood as they did, and how these influences really wrote the chapters of the neighborhood's history was what was beautiful. And now, knowing this story is what brings me joy in being in this neighborhood, in this space. So here's the story that I learned. So there you have it. That's the story that I know and love about the Sunset District. And in conclusion, just wanted to share that, what truly resonates with me in this story is knowing that at some point in the history of the neighborhood, it was not available to people of color. And it's truly something to appreciate that there was a lot of hard work and hard fight that was done in order to make this available to everyone. It's also interesting to note that with the Sunset District being the most populous in the city, populous neighborhood in the city, there is a great number of San Franciscans' lives that are lived in these spaces, in this neighborhood, and that it's not just, stereotypical multi-gazillionaire techies that are in San Francisco. A lot of everyday folks and families. So there you have it. I hope you learned a little bit about the neighborhood, as I did. I learned a lot. Join me again next time. This is the Every Saturday Project with me, Iris. Take care of yourself, your loved ones, and until next time, bye.